Well, hi guys. July the 11th, Tuesday afternoon, and I'm gonna put this on back into the other video. I've been farming for over 40 years, and I am still surprised at things. When I planted all this the first time, I really, I was hoping for the best. But I had to replant everything. I planted them the 9th and 10th of June. And then I believe it was the 29th and 30th of June on the replants. Now, as you can see, right in front of me, you can see the big rows and then the little rows in behind them. Those are 3 inches tall and in their second leaf stage. But yet, and I can't emphasize this enough how surprised I am. The smaller beans are yay tall. They're still coming out of the ground. I didn't think when I replanted this end any of them was going to grow. After the replants in the field came up and you got to these ends, there wasn't nothing. But yet you can look up through there and see little spots of green and yellow where the leaves are opening up where they just come up. Very strange. That's the one thing I can say about farming. If you think you know all the answers, you're full of crap. It's basically being in the ground 12 days, almost 2 weeks before they come up is bizarre. Yeah, you can see them all over the place, popping out of the ground. And down through there where I figure, what the heck, I might as well, I replanted it all, I might as well replant this in too, even though it looked halfway decent. And much to my surprise, the beans that I ran over to replant, which would have been this row, and that row over there, they've sprung back up good. But I mean, to literally see beans in the ground for 2 weeks just suddenly start popping out of the ground is unreal. Obviously there was enough moisture there for the replanted beans between the rows to grow, but I can't figure out why it took so long for the replants on the end that were done the same day to come out of the ground. That's really bizarre. Yeah, that's one for the books. Like I say, this has been a strange year to start with, and this kind of stuff just blows me out of the water. I figured they were done. That's it. There is no more. But apparently, I'm wrong. It's nice to get a surprise like this. I really didn't want to replant to start with, but when you got down to where that big white oak is I'm pointing at, down, and kind of going diagonally across to that point. That lower end had nothing. From there down there was nothing. And just literally kind of walked down through there shaking my head, and there are beans that have been in the ground a month that have just now come out of the ground from the first time I planted. I've never seen that happen before. Never heard of it happening. Didn't think I'd ever see anything like this, but that's something else. Yeah, just there are spots like right where I'm standing and there's nothing, but there's still, and you see one getting ready to poke its head up. That's unbelievable. Usually, if beans are not out of the ground, if beans are not up in 2 weeks, you might as well figure on replanting them. But to be in the ground 2 weeks, basically, before they start coming up like these are doing, that's kind of a new one on me. And of course, you can kind of see what happened to the first ones. They got ate off by the rabbits and deer. But they don't seem to be bothering the second batch. So maybe there's hope for them. And like I say, don't make too much fun of my crooked rows. Going by a board with a swinging chain is not the easiest thing to do to start with. And replanting your, planting this was miserable. Between the deer flies and the sweat bees, oh man, they eat me up. Because all the, the vegetation that was there that was dead, but the bugs were still there. Alright guys, I'm going to get off here. As always, please comment, rate, and subscribe. And you're never too old to get a surprise. We'll see you next time, guys. My new nemesis, the wabbit. Look at that wascally little wabbit. I know he's going to go after my soybeans. Oh, he brave with a wabbit. Brings to mind a song. Run, little rabbit, run, run, run. Little rabbit, run. Ah. Oh well. The neighbor over there likes to go rabbit hunting. He rabbit hunted here last fall. Couldn't find a single rabbit. And I see them all the time. We'll see you next time, guys.